friends, how are you doing today? Myself, I'm Sridhar, architect and interior designer. Today, our session is regarding today we'll go through something like RERA, which is on RERA FAQ hopefully. By the way, our main head office in RERA is in Amaravati, that is at APCRDA project office, Tulluru Mandal, Amaravati, Guntur district, pin 522237. If you are having any problems with respect to RERA questions, definitely approach them. They will be able to help you, guide you completely through your projects. Myself, I am an architect. I can suggest what best you can do with respect to your projects. So basically, our website within Andhra Pradesh is rera.ap.gov.in. Okay. So why I am taking this particular session with respect to RERA is like I want everybody who is trying to have their property uh, in their life, because buying a property is always a dream come true, because it's a lot of hard earned money, one who will be taking a lot of stress for the family and making sure that they fulfill all the needs to the family members by taking a nice house. Okay. So in this respect, I want to help you in this particular regard. Myself I am Sridhar, architect, interior designer and project manager. If you are having any questions also, please put it in the comments so that I will be able to answer to you. If I know, I will be trying to answer it to you. Okay. Today's topic we are covering on RERA. RERA is Real Estate Regulatory Authority. So in each and every state we have this particular authority, which is with respect to real estate. So if you are in a particular state, you make sure that you approach them so that you will also have some good guidance in order to do your projects in a better fashion, both home buyers as well as builders. There will be so many builders that are coming up nowadays. Why? Because there are so many restrictions in RERA. If at all a project needs to be taken up in their own purview, like basically any plot which is having a certain square yards, it requires RERA registration as well as RERA approvals in order to start a project. So my dear friends, If you are having any problems with respect to RERA, please approach us. We will be able to guide you in a proper way. Why? Because we are in the same profession since 20 years. We will be able to help you out in all your projects with respect to municipal approvals, architecture, interior designing, as well as RERA approvals, as well as if you are not having time, you can do your consultancy also, project management consultancy. If you are having a big project, we will be able to make a DPR wherein you will be able to get the loans also. So myself, I am Sridhar Architect. If at all you would like to get some services, please comment below. I will be able to help you out, or you can reach me on my WhatsApp number 8374225624. Hi, hi, Mr. Rex. How are you? Now, I would like to give a small introduction regarding RERA. This RERA is actually started in the year 2016, 2017, May 1st onwards. Okay, it was bring into act in 2016, but it was from May 1st, 2007. RERA is brought into force. Okay, the key objectives of Act are ensuring transparency and efficiency in real estate projects with regards to plot, apartments, building, or real estate project. Thank you very much for the likes. Any comments, please put it in the below. I'll be able to answer you with respect to architecture, interiors, project management, and RERA, or any any questions related to construction of your house and things like that. We also do planning and things like that, so that you, if you are having any things that needs to be solved on site with respect to your projects, we will be able to give some guidance. Marcia Christina. Hi, Christina. So, establishing uh, mechanism for speedy uh, dispute redressal is one of the key aspects of RERA. And also, once the project is registered in RERA, it will be monitored through and through of your project, so that you will be able to benefit mutually from RERA perspective as well as home buyers perspective. The silent features of this act are it establishes the state RERA regulatory authority as a government body to be approached for redressal of grievances against any builder. So any builder will be monitored through and through of the project. Why? Because the project is taken into consideration from the state government in such a way, like the home buyers' money is properly protected with respect to their finances. The EMIs that needs to be provided, or the chunks of amount that needs to be paid to the builder will be monitored thoroughly and released amounts accordingly in for further construction process. What happens in a RERA project is the funds which are provided by the home buyer are 70% retained within the escrow account. Only 30% of the funds can be utilized for the project. So that is how the projects should be run basically. 30% whatever is there, builder can use it to his own needs, but the 70% what are there in the escrow account, that needs to be reinvested within the projects itself. Okay, So coming to the silent features, we'll go one by one. It establishes the real estate regulatory authority as a government body to be approached for redressal of grievances against the builder. This law vests authority on the real estate regulator to govern both residential as well as commercial real estate transactions. My dear friends, keep a like so that you will be benefited in promoting the channel. Also, please like, share, and subscribe the channel so that anybody who is interested within your community or in your family members will be able to get the best benefit out of this particular live. So, this law vests authority on real estate regulatory to govern both residential as well as commercial real estate transaction. This law makes it mandatory for developers to post all information on issues such as project plan, layout, government approvals, land title status, subcontractors to the project, schedule of completion with RERA, Real Estate Regulatory Authority, and then it effect passes this information on to the consumers. So this is a good piece of information that will be monitored through and through your investment in your project. So if at all the projects which are bought under RERA registration, people will be much assured so that people have good chances of taking good returns out of investment. The maximum imprisonment term for builder who violates the order of the appellate tribunal of the RERA is 3 years with or without a fine. So this also applies to the builders. So I'll be coming little late. What are the things that are considered for a RERA project? Okay. Now I'm just giving the silent features. Currently, if a project is delayed, then the then the developer does not suffer in any way. Now, the law ensures that any delays in the project completion will make the developer liable to pay some interest as the EMI being paid by the consumer to the bank back to the consumer. So, if there is any delay in the project, what are the general penalties that a government judgment authority will be taking care in this regard is there might be an imprisonment of 3 years, or there could be penalties or may not be penalties. So there is such a kind of a thing. Of late, you see so many LinkedIn posts that are coming up in the north side as well as in the south side. People who are major builders also they have been taken into custody in this particular regard. So currently, if a project is delayed, then there are chances that you will be getting some interest on that particular thing. Say if your project is given 2026 December, that will be handed over, and if it is not handed over in time, then you please go and approach RERA through an application form saying that this is how it is delayed. Because if you record everything then it is according to the brochure or whatever commitments that have been made. And if it is not delivered, definitely you can approach RERA authorities and put a complaint against the builder. Okay. So it should be like a fair deal. If project is completed and handed over on time, so no worries for both home buyer as well as builder. So in this regard, there is a good flexibility that fair chances that government is thoroughly monitoring with respect to the project with the builder, the architect, the structural engineer, and the financial person who is going to allocate funds. Okay. So any questions you are having, please put it in the comments. That will be great help. The developer cannot make any changes to the plan that had been sold without the written consent of the buyer. So nowadays you are seeing these particular topics that are coming up. Some changes have been made and the customer it was not informed, and they are trying to take their own decision within 24 hours. Builders are trying to take their own decision within 24 hours and trying to construct. This is also not allowed in any part of India, all throughout India, because as per RERA, it is must and should that all the changes that are being uh, made needs to be properly informed, and then only the day once the decision is come up unanimously, it has to be put it forward to on the site. So every project measuring more than 500 square meters of the site area or more than 8 apartments will have to be registered with RERA. So all these uh, 7 silent features that I have explained to you till now are very critical. In those lines, if you are trying to have a project within the RERA environment, make sure that you are keeping these particular silent features in mind, so that tomorrow you will be having a lot of benefit on this particular thing. Okay. So, my dear friends, thank you for your small comments. Please like to the channel. Please subscribe to the channel. Please share to your near and dear. Okay. Now coming to the promoters will be provided the following services: registration of the real estate project, extension of registration upon valid reason as a provision of act, designated web page for each project where the promoter can display the project information on the allottee's reference, provision of updating quarterly updates on the project, complaining complaint filling in case of any grievance with allottee or government or agent, claim interest on the amount to be paid by the allottee in case of delay on the allottee's part, deviation from payment scheduled by the allottee. So both ways these things will be monitored. If there is a payment that needs to be done by the allottee and if it's not paid on time also, builder can definitely approach RERA and put a complaint against them. Okay. So these are the basic friendly things and thoroughly monitored for both buyer promoters as well as the buyers. Okay, my dear friends. So coming to the next thing, now in parts of India as well as in UAE, UAE is like United Arab Emirates and GC parts of GCC, the Gulf. So for agents also it is must and should to get registered in RERA if they want to do large scale business of selling all the properties for any particular real estate firm. Okay, so it is very much mandatory that you take up a proper examination in that particular country and you take up the challenge of selling the flats or plots. Okay, no real estate agent shall facilitate the sale or purchase of an a- of or an act on behalf of any person to facilitate the sale or purchase of any plot, apartment or building without obtaining registration from RERA. So what it means to say is make sure that you any sale or purchase that is done, it, if at all it is done through a some person, make sure that he is a RERA agent, then only you go through all the transactions, because uh, he is the person of contact for your project and you, where he knows all the necessary fundamentals of the project. So, thanks, Mr. Cool. Thanks for your comment. Now, coming to every real estate agent who is registered with the authority shall quote the registration number granted by RERA in every sale facilitated by him under the Real Estate Development Authority Act 2016. So for every project there will be the approved project, there will be a number, unique number. So that has to be compulsorily put into the sales sale deeds, so that people are very much clear what is what will be given as the plan as well as per the specification. All these needs to be attached as a document while getting registered. So, RERA, what RERA agents will be provided the following services: the registration of the RERA real estate agents upon application, renewal of registration, complaint filing in case of grievance with the allotee or promoter. So, real estate agents will be provided the following services. They will be doing real estate agents upon application. They will be as a registered real estate agents, where government also gives a particular number to them in order to do sale and purchase of transaction. If they are there, make sure that you can go ahead and do good transactions. But people like, okay, I'm having and my family member wants to do real estate. That is not a good way of practice of taking a huge property on somebody's liability. Okay. So now for the allottees, I'm going to let you know 6 different aspects of allottees will be provided on the following services: access to the information regarding the sanction plan specification approved by the competent authority uh, is one of the services for the allotee. Okay, it is very critical nowadays, like keeping the sanction plan with them is very important, so that uh, what you are buying from the builder, you will be knowing in clear picture. Say, suppose I'm just going to tell, your room within your flat is like 12 feet by 14 feet. Okay. Now, you thought like, okay, I'm going to have 12 feet by 14 feet. Now, once you come to know on the site, on the ground itself, if you are carrying your drawing with you, and on site if you happen to find 11 feet by 14 feet, then you are straight away losing 14 feet. Okay, you got what I'm telling. So one should match the approved sanction layout with the site conditions, then only that particular construction is valid. Otherwise you are going to lose 14 square feet just with a small room. Okay. So apart from that, nowadays in a place like in Mumbai, it stretches anything between 40,000 to 1,25,000 per square feet. So in that cases, say on an average, if it is like 50,000, and if you are losing like 15 square feet, you are losing straight away 7 lakhs 50,000 from your pocket. So it is a huge loss for the home buyer. Okay. So make sure that if at all your project needs to be vetted by any architect, you can definitely approach us. My name is Sridhar. I'm an architect, interior designer, project manager, professional. Also, we deal with RERA projects. If you want any guidance with respect to your common area, your flat area, what is good, what is not good, all these things we can suggest as a consultant. There will be a small fees, so you can approach us. Definitely we will be able to do the needful for you as well as your friends or peer near and dear. Okay, access to stage wise timeline schedule of completion of the project, including amenities as agreed in the agreement for the sale. So, what this particular services lets you know is the amenities that needs to be provided by the builder or the developer on the site also needs to be finished 100%. Then only the project completion certificate will be provided by the government. So make sure that not only the whole building but also in aspects of all the amenities that a builder has provided through a VOQ or through brochure or through specification. Please make sure that all these things are in place so that you will be having great benefit of your property. What happens in case of plots or in a gated community with plots? Okay, so why I am telling you specifically is people commit and there will be process of work, progress of work that will be going on site. But even in gated communities with plots, the plots and the services like the basic roads, the drainage gutters, the underground the cabling, or the street lights, all these things are needs to be mandatory completed in any gated community with the plots arrangement. This is must and should. Also, you should be more aware that all gated communities should be provided with around 30, 40 to 50% of roads, and the 50, 40 to 50, 50 to 60% are the basic plots. Okay. Apart from that, all the services needs to be completed 100%. Then only it is good to go for occupation. Okay, and like solar, if they are providing also, that is also one good green buildings approach. So if at all say there are 100 acres, all these things as a community, the spaces needs to be allocated properly. Basically, a park should be provided, a temple needs to be provided, a commercial complex, commercial area needs to be provided, and a separate parking area for visitors needs to be provided. So all these things needs to be provided in order to make sure that your real estate portfolio really multiplies tenfold. Okay, so if at all you are having any projects, if you want to approach us also, we would like to collaborate with you in India or in UAE or in UK, no problem. We are having a lot of people to assist you as well in this particular regard. So claim the refund of the amount paid to the builder promoter in case promoter fails to give the possession on time or fails to comply with the agreement of sale. This is one condition. Second condition is promoter discontinues his business on account of suspension or revocation of registration as per the act. So, my dear friends, there might be two situations, circumstances, wherein a builder can totally fail on his own or will not be able to provide your dream home. So, in that case, once the RERA is registered, your project is registered under RERA. The RERA as a whole comes into picture, and they themselves will try to bring a new builder onto the project, and they make sure that now on the other builder delivers the project. So all the builders who are there on the RERA list, so this can be done basically. Okay. Any aggrieved group or authorities may file a complaint with the authority or an adjudicating officer for any violation or contravention of the provision of this act. So there is a good chance that how the authority will be taking care of this particular thing. Any person aggrieved by the decision or order of the authority or by the adjudicating officer under this act may appeal before the appellate tribunal, having jurisdiction over this matter. Get compensation if the allottee in 5 years of the getting physical position brings to the notice of the promoter any structural defect or any other defect in workmanship, quality or provision of services, or any other obligations of the promoter as per the agreement of sale relating to such development, and promoter fails to rectify such defects within 30 days. So my dear friends, why is it very important for a project to be registered? If at all any maintenance comes into picture for the whole building within the span of 5 years, that is like around 1600 days, uh, close by. So the builder is properly entitled to come and repair on his own money. Okay, and that too within 30 days. This is will be a very good advantage. So builder is not cannot he cannot wind off his services once he finishes the project. So that is the beauty of this particular whole motto of making projects to be registered under here. Okay. Now, what's good for the citizens? Citizens will be provided the following services: access to the information regarding the real estate projects and agents in the state, complaint filing on any promoter or against in case of default. So, a person who has taken a house within the RERA project is only entitled to make a complaint only on the real estate RERA based projects between the home buyer and the builder. Okay, so it is very tit for tat. It's not like an external person can put a complaint on the builder. So within the project, you are being registered as an allocatee or a flat or a plot. They have all the rights in order to complain against a builder. Okay. In the year 2025 and 26, there are so many new things, new appeals that have come up in within each and every state. Like within Andhra Pradesh, in our particular state, if you want to raise any complaint, there are different kinds of forms, basically. So you can raise complaint online. So by facing a basic fee and things like that towards the builder, so you will be able to get a proper date depending upon the schedule. You will be allocated a particular date to come. Then they will ask the builder also to come to that particular date, and all the judges who are residing within the RERA, they will be able to take a proper decision with respect to the complaint. Okay. So the complaint can be either orders, delay, content, and show cause list, proceeding sheets, appearance, special holidays, regulations, all these things, about all these things with respect to the project. So all these things can be taken care of. So my dear friends, actually RERA Center notified pending sanctions of the Act, that is order number 1216 dated 2017 or 9th April. So if you want, I just put a comment. I will be able to share you if required. Okay. So 2016 to 2017, the formation of RERA has taken place. Now it is like 9 years or so within India itself. So it is going very strong. So my dear friends, so make sure that if you are taking a property in Mumbai, Bangalore, Hyderabad, there are a lot of real estate happening. Make sure that you definitely take up a real estate project only. If you are trying to uh, take it on a real estate portfolio, but if you are trying to do your projects as a villa or you are having your own plot, definitely you can opt for services from us or any architect, like who is doing villas practice and interior designing and also project management. You can hire a consultant like us. We can provide necessary services too. My name is Sridhar. I am an architect. You can reach me on 8374222562. Okay. So, my dear friends, say if your project is like residential kind of a project with respect to RERA, okay, how much it's going to charge for you for a 5,000 square meter plot? Okay, it all depends on one two aspects of the project. One is the type of building, the plan approval date, uh, date of payment, then site area, then total number of floors, including stilt area. Okay, so all these things will come into picture. What I would like to suggest is So my dear friends, for a project like residential, say it has to be approved today. Okay. Uh, and a site area of 500 square meters and a built-up area of around 13,000 square meters. It would cost approximately like 70,000. Okay. So accordingly, you have to pay the chalana and things like that. Then make sure that you take up the RERA approval. What in case of a same project with respect to commercial building, how much it's going to charge? The same commercial building, it might charge around 2,60,000. So there is a lot of variation. It's like 2 lakhs kind of variation. Let's see what if it is a mixed development. So it's a mixed development also. It is same as like 65,000, 70,000 kind of thing. What in case of plots with respect to site area? Say site area with 5 acres. 5 acres it will be 25,000. Plots and layout with plots and buildings. Site area with say 5 acres. Residential building including stilt. Let's give 1 lakh square feet. Commercial another 1 lakh. Let's give like this approximately. So the charges could be around 25 lakhs, around 22 lakhs approximately, if it is like both plots and buildings together. 5 acres, so in an acre approximately you can build like 20 nice plots. So 20, 100 plots might be coming. So 100 divided by approximately everybody is required to pay around 25,000. Okay. So that gives approximate values how a real estate project can be taken further in terms of payments. But if you come to us, once we calculate on paper with respect to the drawings, we will be able to tell you the exact figures. Okay. No, basically we'll have one more clear session of the whole sessions, but right now I'm trying to give a gist on it. So what are the guidelines for registration? Application form needs to be filled thoroughly. Then fill the required application with the printable and digitable way. It would be more useful during the submission for online application. For better understanding of registration screens, please verify. So we will be able to guide you through the process of filling up all the formats, and we can apply online. So if you require any kind of services, definitely approach us. We will be able to guide you in this particular area. Also, project registration we will be able to do, agent registration also we will be able to do, compliant registration also we will be able to do online. So all these things, what are the things that are required, we will be able to discuss in further videos regarding RERA. Okay. So if at all who would require these kind of services, your family members near and dear, please definitely uh, share this particular video, so you will be benefited, your family members also will be benefited thoroughly. Myself, I am Sridhar, architect, interior designer, project manager. We are into this particular business since 20 years. Okay, so we'll be able to give proper guidance, which is to the core. Thank you very much. Thank you for the help.